shit to say today. Oh, man. And I don't know, maybe this will be political, maybe it won't be. I don't think love and kindness is political, but it apparently is. And I'm a little fired up. I'm a little fired up. So we're going to talk about it just briefly. Or we'll see. We'll see, but yeah, I just need to one of the thing okay, what where do I even begin? So I made a video a few weeks ago about it was like a message to my trans community. Now I don't necessarily use the call myself trans, but I do relate a lot to the trans community. And so I made a video. It was very loving. It was very like the message is of love, the messages of you deserve to be here and your experience and everything that you're bringing here is of value and important. And you are so loved and so worthy and so like deserving to be here. And uh, I've just been seeing different things, and finally today I was like, you know what? I am going to share that video in my neighborhood Facebook page because I was like, I can't hide behind my screen. I can't hide behind uh yeah, just kind of like hiding in the shadows on the internet. Like I wanted to me that felt like a good step of like, okay, how can we make change or start to spread love and light and joy in my local like in my local neighborhood, in my local community. Uh, and I don't know how long it was up. I only like monitored it for the first maybe like 20 to 30 minutes, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna close close Facebook and just step away and do my own thing because it was getting mixed responses. The message that I was sharing was, if there's anyone in the neighborhood in the LGBTQ IA plus community, that you're loved, and I'm a supporter here for you. And then if you're not, and if that message or talking to that individual, that group of individuals feels brings up hate and fear and hatred, uh, or disgust or whatever, if it brings up these negative emotions, like I invite you to still watch the video anyway and to reflect and know that you're still loved too. And I thankfully did read some positive comments in there, and there were a couple mean ones. They didn't get too mean, thankfully, but there were a couple in there. And then, like I said, I was like, okay, I'm gonna step away. I'm like, I'm good. I put it out there, and it, yeah, I wanted my neighbors to know that they're loved and that, uh, however they show up in their expression, however, even the people that commented hurtful comments or mean like comments, I still view them in a positive light. Like I still feel like those people are just as deserving of love. And most of the messages, or the few I did reply to before I closed it, I was just like, I'm sending you love and light. Like that's their experience, that's their pain, that's for them to work through. But what really kind of, oh, hold on, let me turn that down. What really grinds my gears a little is I one of my neighbors texted me, and they were just kind of like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I was like, "Well, it is what it is. It's I can't control other people. I just wanted it to be known. I'm sure spreading my light is going to cause it's gonna cause like it's gonna stir up some stuff. Some people it's gonna resonate with and it's gonna be great, and other people it is going to uh really, really stir up some stuff going on in them. And I was like, you know what, we're doing it. And that's what I like there's nothing in my heart that I feel like I could do. I'm like I can't change another person's behavior. All I can do is spread the message and spread the love and spread the light that I want to spread, and I know my intentions in doing so. Um and I just wanted people to know that they're welcome here. And um what was really kind of a bummer and what kind of got me fired up right before I came on here was just I went to check. I like gave it some time, and thank you for stopping in. I went to check and I saw that my post had been taken down, and the moderator of our neighborhood Facebook page had made a post about kindness, but then also about um, you know, keeping certain topics basically out of the page. And it just it makes me sad. It makes me mad. It makes me hurt for the people who could have benefited from that message. It makes me because it to me that shows them the voices being silenced, and people that are speaking up, or people that are willing to speak up or come forward or try to share love and light, and those voices getting silenced or getting dampened because of discourse. And the moderators got to do what they got to do and what they feel right. I'm not a moderator in the group chat or in the Facebook page for the neighborhood, but I hurt for the adults and children that are in my neighborhood and in my communities, and it's like they see a post like mine where I'm trying to share love and I'm trying to share messages of acceptance. And I think the like mean or hateful comments, like those like they suck in some capacity, but it's like I recognize that that's more of a reflection of what's going on internally in their mind and body than it is an attack on me. It's more just like they have some stuff that they need to work through and find love and acceptance for themselves, and they're just projecting it in this way. So I can detach from that. Um, with some love, I can detach from that. But I feel for especially the children. I feel for the children that see silencing, see deleting alternative opinions as just like the way you navigate the world. Like you can't control other people, and you can't what do I want to how do I want to say this? You can't control other people, and my voice will not be silenced. Yeah. My voice will not be silenced. And even just saying that, I'm like, I feel the power and the anger and rage and whatever else just like rising in my chest. It was just like my my love and my light and my message of kindness and compassion and hope and whatever else will not be silenced. I refuse to live in a world that feeds on fear and anger and hate and is finds it acceptable to live in these dark times. Like I it's not acceptable. At least for me. I refuse to live in a world that way. That's no. 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 Uh the world I'm living in and the world I wish to co-create and the I am creating is just one of love and kindness and healing and growth. And I know this world is not for everyone. Like, you gotta choose this if you want it. But, goddamn. Ah, yeah. No. I I will not be silenced. And them removing my post today was a gift in many ways. One way it gifted me with the ability to not potentially see what other comments were made. Um, so that it protected me in that way. And on the other hand, it gifted me this sensation of this internal fire of like, oh, oh, okay, you want to silence me? You want to remove my message of love? Uh-uh. No, that's not gonna work. uh no. So it's lit a fire. It's lit it's lit something in me that I'm like, whew. Yeah, I refuse. I refuse to be in a world ruled by fear and hate. No, that's not gonna work. That is not that won't do, donkey. That won't do. And if you don't get that reference, that's from Shrek. I'm not trying to call people donkeys. Damn. What what a morning. What a day. What a life. Just finding inner peace. Finding inner peace, letting go of what I cannot control, focusing on what I can, who I am, and my intentions, and who I know myself to be, and who I know we're all capable of becoming, and who we're all capable of being. Just reminding myself that we're all on our own journey. We're all beings of the light. That's my belief anyways, that we're all beings of the light. And just wherever we are and whatever is coming up, it's for us as individuals to work through and choose to heal and grow if we want to choose to heal and grow. And all I can do and all I can control is showing up exactly how I want to show up and spreading the message that I want to spread or I feel called to share, and that message is of love and light and kindness and compassion, and knowing that the pain, again, the pain that people project or comment on videos or Facebook posts or Twitter page. Well, I don't know. I don't use Twitter, but like wherever people comment and hide behind their screen as they're spewing hate and fear, they're only harming themselves. They're only separating themselves further from the source within them. And that's why when you spew fear and hate towards one another, it feels so like gross. It feels so gross because the source within you knows, like the source within you doesn't view the people that way. The source within you, there is source within you. And we're all powerful creators. We're all beings of the light. We are all capable and filled with so much love. And it can feel scary to face those fears, and it can feel scary to meet those deeper parts of ourselves, and that's where the fear is coming up too, is like fear is part of your ego mind, part of your protective mind that is trying to keep you safe, because our brains, our minds, they very much want to form patterns, they want to recognize patterns, and they want to, I mean, we're wired for survival. But the thing is like the survival that we're wired for is primarily like the basic needs and also trying to keep ourselves safe from predators. And so we don't, at least many of us in the more developed world, we don't live in a state of life or death situations every single day. I know there are very much exceptions to that, but I would say at least like I'll say middle class and up. I can't speak for others, but I'm in the middle class. I'd classify myself in the middle class, and at least here in America. And it's like, from my experience and what I've witnessed, we are not living, it is not life and death every single day, but our bodies are still acting like it is. Our minds are still making us believe that we are. And that's the thing about our minds, is we can shape our minds, we can change our minds. Our minds are malleable, our minds are can rewire, our minds can make new connections. Uh, we have this stuff called gray matter that exists, and it's so anything you're feeling or any belief you're holding can be changed. It just takes, like, a belief is just a thought you keep thinking over and over again. It doesn't matter to me, I don't care where that belief comes from, whether it's backed by science, backed by faith, or anything. It's just a thought you keep thinking over and over again. You've wired that connection in your brain. And if you change what you think about and you start to look into different things, you'll start to rewire your brain just like you train the algorithm on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, whatever content you're consuming, you're training the algorithm to present you with more of that content. And so the same goes for your brain. Your brain is like a computer. The more the more content you consume of a certain type, the deeper that groove, the deeper that belief becomes. And if you want to change it, you gotta go find that new content or get that new software and download that into your brain and keep keep going over it to strengthen that connection, keep going over that to strengthen that that belief or that viewpoint. The thing is, like, you get to choose. A lot of us were given a lot of us were raised a very let's see, hold on, how do I want to say this? We were all influenced by the environment we were raised in. We were all influenced by, the family or friends or media that we've consumed growing up. And that acts as our, I would say, our kind of trying to think of technology terms. We go back to technology terms. That's almost like the starting software on your computer. It's like okay, when you're a baby, when you're young, it's like you're a brand new laptop. You got some amount of starting software, just to keep yourself alive, just to turn your computer on that runs in the background. But as you're learning from the people around you, like what they're doing, how they're behaving, how they're interacting, what content is coming into your field of view, that's like taking your computer and downloading new files and downloading new programs and new software to run in the background. Maybe you got Spotify going on, and maybe you got, you know, uh, Google Docs or Word processor, whatever, Microsoft Word, and it's like you're downloading these different files as you're going. But this metaphor is developing as I'm going. Hold on, I'm thinking. And thank you for the follow too, by the way. As we get older and we become conscious individuals, and by conscious, I mean, in this setting, I mean, when we learn that we have autonomy over our own bodies and autonomy over our own minds, that's when we get to start choosing what that software is that's being downloaded, what those files are that we're adding onto our operating system. And you can delete files whenever you want. You can delete your files whenever you want. I I get rid of shit all of the time. uh, yes, love your damn self. So I feel like my message here and what I'm sharing is just an invitation to take inventory of what files you have on your operating system, of what content you are consuming, what content you are allowing yourself to keep hardwiring in. And if you're noticing, and I would say, and notice how that's affecting your life. Like, are those files, are those belief systems leading to a happy life? Like, are you filling your life with joy and happiness and love and whatever positive emotion you might want to feel? Or are those beliefs filling you with pain and sadness and anger and disgust and shame? And do you want to keep feeling that way? Because, I mean, you can. Like, don't let me stop you. Don't let me, make you be happy. So if you want to stay in the depths of the despair, I can't stop you. uh, but that's your choice. That's the beautiful thing, is you have the choice, and you can change it. You can change, and you can say, you know what? I'm tired of being sad. I'm tired of being in pain all the time. I'm tired of being depressed. That's the point I got to in my life, is I got so far down there that I was like, fuck this. Like, this can't be what life is about, is being, sad, depressed, body in pain, like body hurting all over the place, can't eat like hardly anything all the time. There's got to be something better to life. Like, what am I doing? And using that pain and anger, frustration, whatever, to make a change, and just be like, all right, I'm saying goodbye to these old files, these old softwares, and I am downloading some new stuff. I'm downloading videos of cute puppies. Like, I am downloading moments of gratitude. I am downloading learning about mindfulness and meditation. I'm downloading just like, I'm just looking out the window right now and I'm like, damn, that grass is so green and that sky is so blue and there are clouds in it that are just perfect little specks, that it's just like this childlike wonder. Yeah, I'm tapping into that childlike wonder, because like that feels so good. And so me coming on here and sharing and talking is just this message of hope and kindness, that you can change. You can live a great life if you want to, but you got to choose. You got to choose it. You got to choose to live that great life. It's not gonna happen on its own. You're not just gonna fumble into magic. Like, you gotta, I mean, magic will start to appear as you're healing and growing. But if you're in the depths of your pain and suffering, magic isn't just, you're not going to suddenly start to feel magical. Like, there are emotions you got to work through to get to this like childlike wonder. But each step of the way is a little bit more growth, is a little bit more healing. So I welcome anyone and everyone who is willing to face their pain, face their darkness, face their anger, and say, you know what? I know I'm mad, and I know I'm sad and depressed, and I don't want to be it anymore. I'm done with that. I'm tired of that. This life isn't for me. Like, to be sad and depressed all the time, or to be in pain all the time, like, fuck that life. Those people come my way. Like, let me love you. Let me help, like, just like let me love you. And celebrate you as you're making this change and making this journey and taking this journey to grow and to heal and to find joy. And I've got plenty of tools and resources for my own journey that I love to share. One of those is a quiz that's on my website. It's 10 questions, and that gives you a ton of different tools and resources depending on where you're at. to help you to help you know or take stock of where you might need more love in your mind, body, or spirit. But outside of that, just showing up here, showing up in this space, being around other beings who want to share joy, their joy and their love, and just allowing yourself to receive. Because when you start surrounding yourself with different people and you start surrounding yourself uh, with love and light and kindness and compassion, your system will start to raise, will uh, start to match them. But it'll also probably stir up some stuff for you, because to get there, you gotta go through it. Unfortunately, it's not a snap your fingers, okay, all my pain is gone. I'm happy now. Um, there are tips and tools and tricks and things you can do to shorten that time, but that pain that is trapped in your body and those experiences that are trapped and lingering gotta be felt. They gotta be felt to be let go. And it doesn't oh it does I was gonna say it doesn't always feel, it doesn't feel good. Like, to feel the pain, it doesn't feel good, but you're strong enough to get through it. You are strong enough to overcome it. Otherwise you wouldn't have been given that pain. But you are strong enough to feel it, release it, let it go. And you're strong enough to call in that level of joy and pleasure and love and light and amplify those even like more amazing feelings too. So many of us have come here and we've learned, we know what it feels like to be. Our bodies are really good at feeling pain. Our bodies are really good at survival. Thank you for the follow. And our bodies are really good at our bodies are really good at hurting. They're really good at protecting us. They do a great job at protecting us and providing for us in that way. And it is up to us and our minds to remind our body and to teach our body how to experience and how to hold and contain that much more love and joy and pleasure, and like allow those good feelings to exist within our body. Because I know whenever I first was on my journey, I'm like, it felt weird to feel genuine happiness. It felt weird to, like, it felt wrong that I was like I was feeling joy, or it felt wrong that I was feeling like pleasure or anything like that. Like, it didn't feel like I was allowed to experience. Ooh, okay, hold on. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That It didn't feel like I was allowed to feel pleasure. It felt like my pleasure was for someone else. And that makes me emotional to say, and to share. And also, I think it's important to share that, because I don't think I'm alone in feeling that way. And it took time to learn and heal and retrain my mind and retrain my body that no, I deserve to feel joy. I deserve to feel pleasure. Like this is good. And there's no shame. If anything, it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I just want others to know that too, and I want others to know that they can feel the joy, and they can feel happiness, and they can feel pleasure, and they can feel peace and bliss, and however that shows up for them. And that you are allowed to feel that way. You are allowed to feel good. You are allowed to you are allowed to love yourself. And feeling joy and pleasure and these things is a gift, is an allowance. And just reminding yourself, reminding your body, giving yourself that permission to receive the goodness of life. Because we didn't come here to suffer. We came here to experience contrast, to grow, to expand. So it's up to each of us to decide how that looks. Just taking a few deep breaths here for a moment. Taking that in, just we're allowed to love. You're allowed to love. You're allowed to be loved. You're allowed to feel joy. You're allowed to feel joy and pain at the same time. It's okay to grieve and find pleasure at the same time. You're allowed to be. You're allowed to just be. And no one can silence your voice without your permission. No one can take your joy or your pleasure without your permission. No one has ownership over you or your body. Only you. Only you. Thank you. Thank you for being here and being in this space with me. And just immense gratitude. Thank you. Okay. I think I'm going to use that as an opportunity. I'm going to grab a sip of water and move into doing maybe a short meditation.